Follow them on Twitter, YouTube, Automatic, and iTunes. This is brought to you by Ukraine and Tweet.you. Now it's time for the Guys Night Podcast!
Step in the theater, what will you find? So many movies, not enough time. Action, horror, thriller, comedy, foreign documentaries. Welcome to Guys Night. Guys Night.
Alright, so sorry about the voice, clearly under the weather, but we just got out of the Kingsman service. This movie, hands down, it has that sequelitis feel. I felt it. While it's a great movie, I still feel like the original is better. The scenes were fantastic, though. Like some of the action scenes, like clearly the whiskey character with the whip, hands down, like stole the show. Elton John makes a surprise cameo in this movie, and I've got to say, like, all of his lines were like show stealers. But again, a lot of this felt a little cheapened because they took so many things from the first movie to acknowledge that, like, we're clearly like the next one. It has a very Men in Black 2 kind of vibe when it comes to Colton Filler's character coming back from the dead. And I feel like it could have been played out a bit differently. Maybe it would have been better if his character remained dead, but the way they reintroduced him into the film was kind of a little cheapened in some points. But for all the recurring characters that do come back from the first movie, some of which, unfortunately meet a demise, I say that they're done justice here. The new characters are a great introduction. Julia Moore as a villain, not as memorable as Samuel L. Jackson from the first movie, but still a good villain overall. Though again, that end climax, I won't spoil it, was very underrated when it came to like the final confrontation. So overall, I feel like Kingsman 2, The Golden Circle, is, I was about to say Golden Army, I'm like, this is an Hellboy. It was entertaining, to say the most, and it definitely has the vibe of like a sequel, so I'm going to give it a 3 out of 4 stars.
I would have to put this as the top action movie of the year. And I mean, granted, it is a sequel, it does have that, like Jared said, the sequelitis and everything. Action sequences were great. I mean, granted, some characters and actors, you're like, eh. But yeah, I would have to say definitely the action-packed movie of the year is this movie, so you should see it. I would give it a 3 out of 4.
From the door, I'm going to tell you I'm giving it a 4 out of 4. I think it expands the franchise greatly. It adds a new element with the Statesman, kind of like a fraternity feeling. The action scenes are phenomenal. The things they did with the cameras, the way they pivoted, even just I find that the Kingsman franchise, when it comes to like combat and action, has a very fresh perspective. It's very acrobatic. It's very lively. It's not just like gunshot, boom, boom, boom. I found it phenomenal. It was both funny and good all around. I mean, what is his name? Taron Egerton?
Yeah.
He kicked ass in this movie. He kicked ass in the first one, but he did better in this one. While it does kind of have a sequel feeling, I think they did better job of extending the action throughout the movie. Like, it wasn't like the last one, it was like a little slow build up and then there was a big event at the end. But this one had, like, from the door there was something, and it was like a break, and then something else happened in the middle, and then so on and so forth. That being said, the movie kept me entertained the whole time. I'd probably see it again, and I'm definitely gonna buy it when it comes out.
It's a good sequel. It didn't feel that way to, like certain sequels movies do. Like, it's just a bit off. It kept the same exact pace as the first one, and I'm glad for that. I have to say I enjoyed Halle Berry for once in a movie. The main actor, Taron Egerton, is great in this role, and I really hope Matthew Vaughn decides that he's gonna do a third one. I'll give it a 3.5 out of 4.
We just got out of Kingsman, The Golden Circle. I guess off top, I'm gonna give it a 3. I liked it a lot. I feel like it did piggyback off of the first one as far as like how the movie looked and how it moved through to the end. I didn't see that much growth with the characters. I guess for except Eggsy, getting married or something like that. Yeah, getting married. Elton John was hilarious in the movie. That was my favorite character, Elton John. Um, but yeah, just like everybody else said, I feel like it was, I guess that sequel feeling, like I said, because it was rinse, wash, repeat from the first one. But it was still a solid movie. It was pretty fun. Yeah, so I'm gonna give it a 3.